Yeah, Civil War is great. I need to see it again, though.
I would say that Civil War was number 3 on my list.
Yeah, we saw it at 12 until 3 a.m. That was tiring.
Yeah, but how fucking dope is that screen? Shit is crazy.
Doesn't make, to go all the way to the city and come back, it's not worth it.
Oh, it's 100% worth it. I saw it at the IMAX at Deer Park the next day. Not the same. Every punch, you can hear every punch, like it was like right in your face.
It was 3D.
Yeah, but the one, nothing was coming at you in 3D. Although I wish Black Widow was. Oh my god. But I would say Iron Man is 1.
What?
Iron Man's the best Marvel film.
Oh, shut up.
Iron Man is awesome. You don't like Iron Man?
I like Iron Man. It's not number 1.
Highest Rotten Tomatoes score. And I judge every film based on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
I cannot make a judgment.
You can't make an opinion by yourself.
I can't.
You're swayed by the views of others.
Hey, I like 999, and it got a bad score on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't even know what that is.
Check out my 999 movie review. Anthony Mackie was in it. I would say Iron Man. I do think Iron Man is just the best pure film to come out of Marvel. I don't think they've ever made a great film. I think Iron Man was the closest one to it. I think Genesis films are always the stronger ones, except if you're going to reboot Spider-Man for a third time. I hope they don't do a Genesis. I think Iron Man's 1, Winter Soldier, then Civil War, and then you would go Guardians, Avengers.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're completely not right.
Okay, so Game of Thrones Episode 3, Oathbreaker. I thought it was a good middle episode. I mean, when you're coming off 2 episodes that could have been season finales, number 1, the first episode was okay. It had a great ending. The second episode was one of the best episodes of all time. I thought this one was good. What did you think?
Oh, yeah, number 2 is awesome, by the way. And
can't stress that enough.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. And for all you...
All right, so you want to go off a little bit.
I want to go on a rant.
Okay,
I couldn't get
Keep
to
it
rant.
snappy, though.
All right. All you book readers out there, I'm a book reader also. But for you, certain select, not saying all book readers, because most of you guys have a brain and are somewhat intelligent and can make your own opinion on the show.
It's hard to read a book without a brain.
No, so... All right, but these people out there who read the books and hate the show just because they change it a little, you gotta get the fuck over it and enjoy that it's a great show and not bitch about every little fucking change and say the show sucks because it's not up to your standard of your precious fucking books. Because I know, I find things in the show that books did better, but that's not going to be like, oh, I hate this show now. As far as, you got to read a Batman comic. As the movie's the same as the comics? Was Captain America Civil War like Civil War in the comics?
No, I mean, it had similarities.
Yeah,
that's
but
the thing. The
it's
show
totally
for Game of
different.
Thrones.
And Civil War was fucking amazing. But these people out there that fucking cry about every little thing that they change and make that their opinion on the show have no fucking... doesn't make any sense.
But they do the books such great justice, too, especially the first 2 seasons. Like, they've made major changes, and they've condensed 3 characters into 1, like Gendry. But you have to do that for show.
Oh, yeah, would you like to have fucking 80 storylines going, 5 minutes each, every single episode? Because that's what the show would be, and it would not come out as well as it has now. And you fucking people, Jon's Resurrection, we knew about that already. Okay, you're going to know about it in the books, too. And for them to complain about everything and they don't realize that, well, one's a book and one's a TV show, it's not going to change the books. You're still going to get your books, and they're going to be great, and you can love them, but to hate the show on that basis alone because of differences, yeah, the book does things better. Of course they do. But the show also does things better than the books.
Why can't you appreciate both? Why can't you just love both? Like, it doesn't have to be binary. People are so obsessed with all the changes that they made in the show and the way that they've developed certain characters. I mean, some of the book readers, they're obsessed.
They're fucking, I know, I love the books too, but you gotta fucking get over it. Stop bitching, stop crying, because it's not gonna change. And honestly, the showrunners done a great job. They don't care about your opinion, and go fuck yourselves.
The people need to realize the difference between live action and a book. I mean, George Martin said he wrote the book just because he wouldn't have to deal with the budget of doing live action. You can do anything when it's just in your mind. But if you're gonna faithfully...
My mom told me when I was a kid. I think it's perfect. Just look at Marvel fans. Civil War, nothing like the comics, right? Because it's impossible. It really is. It's unfeasible to have all these characters on the comics. Even with, let's just get the X-Men out of it. Say, like...
Yeah, even without the X-Men, you would still have to include the Fantastic Four. The rosters in Civil War, the comic, was like 20 on 20.
And there's so many different storylines.
Right,
There's so many different aspects of things that happened. And the movie wasn't... they had some nice little nods to the comics, but it wasn't fucking verbatim. And people, everyone still loves the movie. Marvel fans, comic fans still love the movie, and it's not like, all right, well, don't fucking watch the show if you don't like your changes that much.
Yeah, don't complain about it.
You don't have to watch the show,
No.
but you're still watching it. So if you're watching it just to nitpick, then you are a miserable person, and I probably would fucking hate you in real life. But if you're subscribed to the channel and you're one of those people, I guess you
have a lot of fair points.
You're right, and you're right.
They should be more faithful to the
D&D
books.
should die.
Yeah.
You're right, guys.
Okay, so going to the episode, I thought the opening scene was fantastic. I was thinking, like, it's going to be very hard to sell the whole I was dead, now I'm back alive thing without making it look kind of cheap. But I thought it was very well done. I thought Kit Harington's act, he was just thrown in the middle of life.
I saw something where it's like, did he just make a joke? Like, my God, he did change after death.
Yeah, like, death is really taking
when he made, like, the fire joke.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
That was a good line between him and Ed. The line between him and Tormund was good. And Davos, once again, has one of the best lines of the show when he was like, good that you failed. Now go out there and fail again. Jon Snow was like, I know how to do that.
Straight off motivational. CDs that you get at.
But it was cool to see how they all react to Jon Snow's resurrection. Finally, we're seeing some emotion out of the different characters, seeing this guy who rose from the dead saying they think you're a god. Yeah. And he's like, I'm not a god. It's almost like death humbled Jon Snow even more.
He's rattled. He has no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I thought that was great acting by Kit. It was just, he really just looked so lost and distraught. Now, let's fast forward to the end. I really thought he wasn't going to kill Alistair, Thorne, and Ollie.
I knew he was. He wasn't going to, that would just make him, if he was going to kill them, I don't think they would have been stopped. That would have made his character look kind of weak.
But he said his watch has ended, so he's done with the Night's Watch.
Did he leave Castle Black, or did he just, like, leave the area?
He just, like, went over to the next set.
No, like, did he leave Castle Black?
I think he left Castle Black, yeah.
Where's he going?
I think he's going to the Wildlings, because the Wildlings were not present for the execution of Thorne, right?
Oh.
It was only the members of the Night's Watch. I think he was going to find the Wildlings, like saying, let's go take the North, because you're my crew. But I thought that scene would have added a lot more if there was almost a philosophical discussion between Snow and Thorne on why Thorne killed him and why Jon...
Well, no, he did say, he's like, I thought what I did was right. I'll do it again if I had to.
But that was, like, right before he was about to die. It would have been cool to see, like,
in a cell?
Yeah, like a sit-down. Like, not a you're about to die final words. Like a respectful conversation between two people on the opposite sides of this conflict between the Wildlings.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Like, to see Snow tell him, like, you know what's out there, bro. Like, do you not understand why I did this? And have Thorne, have a vulnerable moment, because you never see a vulnerability with that character, Thorne.
But as far as just, like, what's next for Jon, I mean, the resurrection has to change him in one way or another. It has to be a building point. Like, he has to leave the Night's Watch, or he has to change his whole persona. Because to have him die and resurrected within 2 episodes, right? And him not to change at all, or have that be a crucial point, and if he just goes back to business as usual, then there's no point of actually killing him.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, because no one knows, it seems like no one knows in the realm, like Ramsay and when Ruse were talking, they wanted to go kill Jon, Ramsay did, so they obviously didn't know he's dead yet, and you just don't get the feeling that it's like, they sent the Ravens out and told everyone, if you get stabbed and resurrected and no one knows about it, it didn't really happen. So, like, something has to change, this whole, like, in his whole persona, or, like, his mental, just the way he acts, like, mentally, and his whole psyche has to change and make him a different character, or it has to be that, well, he's not in the Night's Watch anymore. Well, like, that allowed him to break his vow, and that allows him to go to war. Because he can't just go back to the Night's Watch and lead as Lord Commander and just go back to, fighting off Wildlings and White Walkers.
Yeah, it would just be almost like his death was just unnecessary. It was unnecessary storytelling.
So I feel like that he's going to have a change.
But like you said with the Ravens, it could be that they sent out word that he was dead, and now that he's alive, so everybody can be under the presumption that he's dead. So Sansa maybe doesn't travel to Castle Black. But I think Sansa and Jon Snow are going to reunite.
How's she going to get the news on her way to Castle Black? She's going to check her iPhone?
See it trending on Twitter. Jon Snow dead.
I didn't see the episode yet.
BuzzFeed article, top 10 cures for grayscale. I think Sansa and Jon Snow are going to reunite, but I also want to go to other Stark news, because we didn't see Sansa in this episode, but we did get reintroduced to a character that we haven't seen since season 3, Rickon Stark.
Oh, yeah.
Who was given to House Umber. Now, House Umber was led by Great Jon Umber, who was the character who got his fingers bitten off in season 1.
He kind of just disappeared.
Oathbreaker, is it? I'll not sit here and swallow insults from a boy so green he pisses grass.
My Lord Father taught me it was death to bear steel against your liege lord. Doubtless, the great Jon only meant to cut my meat for me.
Your meat? Is bloody tough.
That was his son there, right?
Yeah,
He died?
Was it the small John, I guess?
Yeah, yeah, right. Little John.
No, there's a small John.
Oh, okay.
But Little John, I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling that whole.
That
I like to
that
think
it's a double agent type of thing.
Yeah, but then they showed Shaggy Dog's head, but then maybe it's just a big wolf. So the head didn't look that big.
Well, the thing is, there was an image in the trailer where you can see the banner for House Umber. It's the cross chains, right?
Yeah.
That's their banner. And they're behind Ramsay, so it looks like they're fighting for House Bolton. But there was a lot of hints like, I'm not going to kneel for you. I'm not going to pledge my fealty for House Bolton.
I mean, the wildling does make sense. Like, there are wildlings in his land, so now he's like kind of...
He did say we're farther north than all you fuckers.
Yeah, so maybe that could be his reasoning. But the Umbers are loyal, pretty much.
I mean, Great John got his fucking hand bitten off by the wolf, and he was like, ha ha ha, I love you, Rob. King
Pretty
of
sure the
North."
Umbers are split in the books. I need to reread them again, because I forget a lot, actually, as far as, like, little details of like that. I want to think, because I feel like they're Ramsay's, like, boy, like, I mean, Rickon's, like, Fort Rickon, I guess. So I guess I just don't see, like, loyal Stark bannermen. Even who said, "Oh, go to the Umbers. They've been loyal bannermen." When they sent Rickon off, I would like to think that they wouldn't give the son of their lord to Ramsay, right? And that maybe they just
because they know that Ramsay killed his father. I mean, they say it to his face. They have to know that this guy is dangerous. Do you think Rickon? Now, holding Rickon as a hostage doesn't really make sense for Ramsay. He's not trying to negotiate. He's trying to crush the Starks. So do you think that Rickon dies?
I don't know.
What would be the point of holding Rickon? I mean, he needs Sansa because that's somebody that he can marry and keep his hold on the North.
Gay marriage legal in Westeros?
Gay marriage is not legal. Do you see what happened to Cersei?
Oh,
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame. Oh no, Loras.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, they threw his pretty ass in jail.
I mean, the North is always more progressive than the South, so I don't know how their laws can.
Are you trying to say something about America? Don't patronize our Southern folks down there watching Game of Thrones.
Maybe
they probably love that Cersei and Jaime.
But maybe maybe the Umbers are
they're
like
gonna try and kill Rickon, and all of a sudden he's like a warrior.
Maybe the Umbers are just like, hey, just
don't kill him because we're double
kid.
agents.
Yeah, he's a kid. And like, I don't know. But I do hope that there's still like Team Rickon like on the down low, and that's like a fit like another wolf's head. That's just what I hope. Probably
Shaggy
not.
Dog is
so I did
there.
not like that they killed Shaggy Dog. So yeah, I changed my mind. The show sucks because
because they killed
Shaggy Dog in the books is still off in Skagos, fucking unicorns and taking names.
He definitely went to go find Nymeria. Now he's getting it in. Wow.
I never liked. I've been really trying. The death of a direwolf.
Direwolf spaghetti scene where they're both eating the spaghetti outside of Hot Pie's Inn.
Yeah, I never liked the death of a direwolf, so I hope that's like the whole thing.
Every time a direwolf dies, a piece of me just dies with it.
And like Rickon did look at the head, and he was kind of like,
"Oh, I'm so sad. God damn it, my dog."
Is that good, Umber? Oh no, that's definitely Shaggy Dog and not Decoy.
Asha, pinch me. I need to cry. But going to Marine, I thought that was one of the best scenes in the show when Varys is... Now, that was the woman who killed the Unsullied in Season 4 when he was going to the brothel and then he gets his neck slit. That was the first time that the Harpy killed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think pretty sure she was the prostitute from that scene.
Yeah.
It might be a different actress.
No, they showed the previously.
Yeah, and they show the Harpy looking down. That was the first time that they killed. Now it looks like they found out that the other great cities on Essos are funding this rebellion. But I thought that was a great scene with Varys. We get to see what Varys was so good at for the first 3 seasons.
I like that one. That was cool.
Back to playing the game. Then we go to King's Landing.
And you see his little birds.
And it was a great scene in the small council room. I thought that was one of the great... That's what Game of Thrones always does best. They have the great action, the great fantasy elements, but their dramatic scenes are what bring me into the show.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, like, you're not a queen anymore or whatever, that was pretty cool. And then
Mama Hightower, that's what I call her.
Who?
The grandmother.
Oh.
Grandmother Tyrell.
Yeah.
What's her name? Stats, can you get on that? Yeah, that was a great dramatic scene between Cersei and her uncle. You know, like, you don't have a place in the small council. Cersei.
Oh, wait, the grandma's name?
Yeah.
Olenna, right?
I totally forgot about those characters on the small council.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they exist. Are you kidding me with Pycelle sidestepping the mountain like that? He hit him with that shifty juke. I was like, Pie? I mean, they have to deal with the sparrows now, and they have to deal with... that was another good scene with Tommen and the High Sparrow.
Tommen's so bitch-made.
He is made of fucking...
Joffrey would have
squashed the sparrows on day one.
Not himself, but he would have gotten, like, someone else.
Yeah, he would have got his white cloaks to do it.
Day one. It wouldn't even been an option. Like, it wouldn't be fair.
The High Sparrow is such a great manipulator. I mean, it's not really
the whole,
hard.
like, sit-down thing, that was great. Like, it's like, mind if I sit? And got Tommen to sit next to him.
Yeah.
That's just little mental games, like, just showing, like, he kind of has an aspect of control over the king of fucking Westeros. And that was great. And also we have Sam. Forgot about Sam.
Oh, introduction to Sam and Gilly for season 6. I love
the effort just to put a little bit of hair on the baby.
This baby's got...
He's growing.
Yeah. I was expecting him to be like a 15-year-old kid. They just have no idea how to age babies. But I love the how Gilly is finally becoming... Like, because Craster always kept, like, his daughters and his wives. They were very immature. He never let them grow up. And now Gilly is becoming more of a confident, mature character in the show. I think with Sam, this might be... Now, in the books, does Sam go off to become a maester?
Yeah.
Sam is best when he's with Jon. Sam is not really a character. I don't know how he's going to be able to hold a storyline on his own. I don't know how much attention they are going to give to this.
He's not the most interesting character in the show, but...
They need to wrap up his maester school. Like, it needs to be like 9-month charter school or something. Like, wrap it up quick and get him back with Jon.
It's actually an interesting storyline in the books if they do go that route. Which if they don't, I'm not going to watch the show anymore because it would be so stupid and I hate the show.
It would be cool to see, like, how they learn.
No, like, he is learning because, like, in the maesters are more complex than what they let on. There's so many different... I don't want to do any spoilers just in case people want to read the books or if it's coming up in the show. But they are more than they lead on. They're not just, it's not a crazy spoiler. Like, I know, like, Jack and, like, he's in the mix. Well, he like, tries to...
Spoiler! He tries to infiltrate the fucking Citadel?
See if my memory serves me correct. I know the whole, like, outside, I'm trying to get specific. Takes the face of a maester and tries to, like, go in. Because they have, like, this glass candle, which is supposedly, like, so many theories on what it can do. Like, you can look around the world or you can, like...
Sure.
It's crazy.
It's like the internet.
Yeah. And it's something, I don't know, because the Maesters, like, are very against magic. So Sam's there, Jaqen's there, like, what do the Faceless Men want? What are the Maesters up to? What are they really trying to do? What's their motive? Things like that. It's very interesting.
Where is the Citadel? It's in Westeros.
Old Town. So,
it would be awesome. Do they do that route in the book where they show Jaqen trying to infiltrate the Citadel?
Yeah, they show him, like, take the face. Like, everyone thinks it's Jaqen.
That would be cool. Going to Arya, I thought that was...
Ooh, they could maybe do Arya. Maybe send her out on that mission to go to Old Town and, like, try to infiltrate the Maesters, and she runs into Sam. And
oh, okay. Maybe that's how she reunites with, that's how she gets back in the fold in Westeros. Now, I don't think the showrunners are that smart to do that. I think maybe you should be running the show.
I know. I mean, they did change Rob's wife's name, so...
What the fuck is wrong with them?
I don't know, man. That's
that was
fucking...
one of the biggest aspects of the books.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, and where she was from, too. And they changed her whole background. That's fucking...
And she didn't even die in the Red Wedding in the books.
Oh, my God, man. That's going to ruin...
Her dying in the Red Wedding ruins that scene. It's not even one of the best scenes in the show. Fuck that scene. Hate that scene. I knew that was coming. But Arya, I love the scene with her and the waif, and she's like...
Daredevil.
When she's talking about who's on her list. And she's like, who else is on your list? There's obviously a tension between those characters. I think that whole dynamic ends with the waif being fucking slaughtered by Arya.
No, I mean...
She's going to die.
No.
And Arya's going to kill her.
Why?
Because Arya puts people on her list. And that bitch is on the list. You best believe that bitch is on the naughty list.
She's training him. Then why not kill Jaqen then? Because
I think that's going to happen too. Jaqen. You think she likes Jaqen at this point? I think she's thinking, what the fuck did I get into? That's like when you go to summer camp.
She wants to learn all this shit.
She went to summer camp and found out that it was Bible camp. Okay, she thought she was going to fucking, how to learn arts and crafts, swim in the pool. All of a sudden, she's in a fucking room with no windows, and they're learning passages from numbers.
No windows. Gotta use Mac. I'm fucking hilarious.
Are you trying to destroy this channel? One choke at a time?
Daenerys.
Now, that storyline, that needs to wrap up.
Please get on with it.
Next episode,
Someone tweeted it was like Daenerys storyline turning into one of the side missions in GTA that you don't care about.
Facts. That is so true. I do not,
They're stalling.
But stall by not including it. Like, they can do what they did in episode 2
not enough
where
story.
there's no
They need
Daenerys.
Daenerys because she's the... Well, everyone knows Khaleesi. That's everyone's thing. That's everyone. Mother of Dragons. Yeah. No one... I don't care.
Go to Westeros.
Not even that. Just don't do that. Don't...
Or wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Alright, we know Daenerys is not going to spend the rest of her days in the Widows of the Cows.
Now, that would be a great twist. If they had the balls to do that, where Daenerys is just done. She's like, okay, you know what? I made a commitment to Cal. I'll spend the rest of my days here. Droke, get out of here.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. But that needs to wrap up.
Now, scenes for the next episode. It didn't really look that much, but I
What
feel
was
like
it? Do you know the name for the next episode? Usually the name is
episode 4. Oh, Tower of the Joy we didn't talk about.
Oh wow, Tower of Joy, yeah. Handled very well. I thought it was very, very cool
The
to
fight
see.
scene that was one of the better fight scenes in the show.
When Arthur Dayne is just taking on 4 at a time.
Yeah.
Now, why does the Three-Eyed Raven pull them out? He's like, abort mission, we're not going to finish this because it needs to be done later in the season. Was that the reason?
He's not ready to see. Jon's not ready to, they're not ready to show. Jon's not like at that point yet. The Night's Watch to show. I mean, it's a good thing. Like, kind of builds it up. Builds like.
Now, did Ned hear Bran?
They say they can hear.
But Bran would be the first one to ever do this in terms of the Greenseers.
Well, they say they can. Like, it's just like a wind. Like what he said. He's not gonna be able to change anything at that time. He did look back, even though Bran wasn't even born yet. But. Yeah.
They're setting this up so eventually Bran can reveal the parentage to Jon.
Yeah,
right?
of course. So I mean,
so we can expect to see a Bran and Jon
did you
reunion.
like the Howland read aspect of him stabbing him in the back and then Ned cutting his throat?
Now Howland was the first one to be killed when they start the fight scene, or he was just stabbed in the stomach.
He was just hurt.
Okay, so that's how he saved Ned's life. Ned always said that Howland Reed saved his life. Now, Bran thought that it was dishonorable, the way that they killed Arthur Dayne, right? That's what I got from that.
It's fucking war.
Yeah. I think because he always heard the story that Ned beat the great fighter Arthur Dayne, and he was expecting Ned to just take him out in single combat, and when he makes the comment, he's better than my father. And the Three-Eyed Raven's like, fuck yeah, he's better than your father. You see this shit? This guy sucks.
He's got 2 swords.
Yeah. He's fucking wielding them like fucking Darth Maul.
Once he whipped out 2 swords, I'd have been like, all right, it's over.
I've been like, you know what? You keep Lyanna. I'm going to go back to Winterfell.
Yeah, Howland came up big.
The great... That was awesome when it was just Arthur Dayne versus the 4 other guys.
I guess it wasn't honorable.
It's war. He's trying to save his sister. What is he, Howland Reed not stab him in the back so Ned could die?
Exactly.
What would you do if that was your friend?
I mean, in the books, they never say how he saves it.
Now, that's the first Howland Reed appearance ever.
Yeah.
Book or show. So you can expect for the Winds of Winter to see some Howland Reed in the book, which is going to be cool. And I think, obviously, we're not done with that flashback. We're eventually going to see... You heard Lyanna scream from the tower. Now, that's got to be childbirth. Unless
It's like...
She was clipping her toenails and she went into
like,
the
why
pink.
would Targaryens be... But I do like in the books, like, Ned does have more respect for the White Cloaks, kind of. Just like... they're honorable men,
Yeah, that kind of ruins the scene now. I hate the show. He didn't respect the White Cloaks at all. That's so fucked up.